Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique and I'm a student at University of Brunel studying occupational therapy. And yeah, welcome back to my channel once again. If you are a new subscriber, welcome back and welcome to the family. If you are an OG returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back and clicking onto this video. So today we've got a very special video. This is the most frequently asked question I get. Monique, how did you get into university to study OT? Monique, what is OT? And today we're gonna answer all those questions. I'm gonna take you guys through the whole process of how I applied to uni, how I got in, my interview process and everything. So if you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe and comment down below. So guys, I've got my notes with me. I didn't want to forget anything, so if you see me looking down, it's because I am trying to read and remember everything that I have jotted down, because I do not want to misinform you or omit some information. So the first thing first, what I would advise, or what I did, all right, this is my experience, and I hope this experience will help one or two people who want to get into university to become an occupational therapist. The first thing I did was do my research. I feel like it's a no-brainer. Do your research to find out what OT is. Is it something that you want to get into? You know, salary wise, is it something that you're going to be comfortable with? Is it a career that you're going to enjoy doing? And Google's your friend. That's all I'm gonna say. Google, ask around. Luckily for me, I had a friend who's a qualified OT, so she's the one that introduced me to it. Fun fact, I actually wanted to study nursing, but that's a video for another day. I will sit down and give you a whole lowdown of why I chose OT instead of nursing. All right, yeah, so I did my research. I feel like that is something that you need to do yourself. I can tell you all I can tell you, but some things are better done by yourself. So go ahead, do your research, ask questions and see if this is a career that is fit for you. Second thing after you do your research is your qualification, guys. Now let me tell you, for all the mature students, I'm 37 years old. I did my GCSEs a long time ago. So if you're a mature student like me and you are returning back to education, make sure you have all your qualification, especially your GCSEs, because without showing the proof of your GCSE English and your GCSE Maths, you will not get in. You can say you have it, but if you don't show them proof, you will not get in. And I struggle with that. I did my GCSEs in 1999, so I lost all my certificates. I didn't even know where they were. There's this company called Pearson EdXL. I googled and I found how to find my replacement certificate. I went to my old school, but they only kept archives for 10 years, nothing under that, so I had to go for this company. And guys, let me tell you, when I did it in 2020, yeah, 2020 is when I was looking for my GCSE certificates. I paid 40 pounds for each subject, guys. So if you are, they've asked you for a GCSE English and a GCSE Maths, that's 80 pounds. That's 40 pounds for every certificate. And I've just had a look. I'm gonna leave the link to it right here. The prices have gone up. It is 49 pounds for a standard and 69 pounds for I think a fast track one, so you get that quickly. Now give yourself some time, because it took time for these certificates to come, and mind you, it was during COVID, so it took extra time. So I researched the qualification you need. So you need your GCSEs, you need your A-level, your BTEC, access. Coming to access, if you're a mature student and you didn't have your A-levels, or what happened with me, the A-levels then, the way they graded them and how they calculated them was different from how they do it now. So I was short and I decided to enroll into an access course. An access course is the easiest way to get into. It's a one-year program and it is the easiest way to get into uni if you do not have the grades to get in. So you have your GCSEs, which is number one, then you have your A-level. So if you don't have those A-level qualifications, then Access will be the best for you. So I did Access in nursing. I did it at Southgate College. They do it in so many other colleges. It is a course that you pay, so it is 3,000. I can't remember, but once I know the accurate price, I will put it on the screen. I would suggest you're sure, because everything here is money based. So it's a over 3,000 pound course, which it gets funded by, not funded, but you can borrow a student loan. It's called an advance loan from Student Loan England. They will pay you that money, and two things will happen. One, if you drop out, you will pay that money back with immediate effect. Two, when you get into uni and you graduate, they waive that money off. So if you get into uni the first year and you drop out, you will still pay back. But if you get into uni, you finish your full 3 years and you graduate, they cancel that loan, so you don't have to pay back. So yes, you do an Access course to get in. Number three, which I will suggest, the third thing I will suggest is shadow. Like, I applied to so many hospitals that actually provide occupational therapy, and I asked them if I could shadow. I was rejected, guys. It was during COVID time. They rejected me left and right, but I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I kept emailing and emailing and emailing. Eventually I got a hospital that agreed for me to shadow. I feel like shadowing is the best thing that you can do, because you're hands-on in the job, so you can see, is it the kind of job for me? Is it something that I want to do? Because you can do all your research, but if you don't have the experience, then you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So I shadowed and I liked it, and that's when I moved on to the next step, which was to actually write my personal statement. I wrote my personal statement after shadowing because I wanted the manager to kind of give me reference. But the other good thing about my shadowing, the other good thing about my personal statement was that it was, because I was doing Access in college, the teacher also wrote a letter of recommendation for me. So I had two. So when you have those two, you have a higher chance of getting in. One, I was amateur. Everything was against me. Everything was against me. I hadn't been in school for so long. I was a matured student with no A-levels. I was coming in with Access. So shadowing really, I feel like for me, shadowing really helped. And a personal statement is a time for you to shine. It's a time for you to sell yourself. You really have to sell yourself when you're writing your personal statement. You really have to, let them kind of understand who you are, why you want to study OT, what you've done in preparation of getting in, which for me was shadowing. What other things have you done? Which I worked as a carer, so that kind of, I was already in the healthcare system, so that I feel like that gave me a bonus. I was also a student rep, so that gave me another bonus. So it was easier for me to sell myself in a personal statement because I had all these things, all these qualities, all these skills that I could put on into my personal statement, which may or may not have been the reason why I got in so quickly. But anyway, remember, sell yourself when writing a personal statement. I feel like a personal statement is a whole video on its own, so if you like to know, or you like to see my personal statement, let me know and I will do another video about. Number 5 is now do your research on which universities actually do occupational therapists. It's not all universities in London. It is, I feel like that is one of those courses that not very many universities carry, so you really have to do your research and just be prepared to know that you will have to travel very far. Like, I have a university near me, Greenwich Universities. They don't do occupational therapists. I wanted to go to University of Hertfordshire. They didn't do occupational therapists. So a lot of universities don't do it. There's a handful, I feel like a handful of universities, and I applied for them, and I applied for my university through UCAS. This is University and College Admission Service. If you want to get into university in the UK, you're gonna have to go through UCAS. So you have to apply through UCAS, and you're allowed 6. You're allowed to choose 6. You're allowed 6 choices, so that's 6 different universities. My advice is apply for as many as you can. Do not stick to just, oh, I only want 2 because I feel like I'm gonna get in. No, apply to all the universities that you you've done your research and actually do occupational therapy. So you know you have your first choice, your second choice, and you have all your emergency choices. I applied to all 6 of them, didn't leave out any. And one thing I did after I've put my application through UCAS, I chased them because it was during COVID. Everything was so slow. I chased every single university that I applied to see if my application has been received. I really wanted to actually get into King's College. They didn't receive my application. I chased them, I chased them, but they didn't respond to me in terms of if they received my application or not. I have a feeling they didn't, because sometimes things get lost. So anyway, I ended up in Brunel and I'm happy here. 6th thing is, after you put in your application to UCAS, prepare for the interview. Guys, I mean it. Prepare for these interviews. Different universities have different style of interviewing. They are not all the same. I remember when I interviewed for Brunel, my interview was 2 hours long. I had a written interview, I had an assessment interview, and I had a group interview. 2 hours long. When I interviewed for South Bank University, we did it via a video recording. You had 4 different questions, and all these questions are all occupational therapy based. Like, why do you want to do OT? What would you do if this happened? What would you do if that happened? You know, how do you deal with your peers? It was like more, because OT is a very assessment based career, assessment based course. So they asked all those questions. So with South Bank, it was video. So you videoed yourself answering the questions and then you uploaded. You had a timer and then you uploaded. When I interviewed with Christchurch University, I had a panel. I had a panel of 4 lecturers, and each and every one of them was throwing questions at me. They put you on the spot. So you have to be spot on. You had to be spot on. Like, they were throwing questions left and right, so you must know. And the #1 question that every single university asked is, why do you want to study OT? Why do you want to be an occupational therapist? So always be prepared. I feel like that's something that's common knowledge. You should be prepared and be ready for that question, because they will ask you. They might twist it a little bit, but that question will always be there. So prepare for the interview. And after that, it's a sitting game. You wait and see. And you must make sure each university has a grading criteria. Each university requires you to have certain points to get in, and they're all different. Trust me, they're all different. Some are lower, some are. Brunel wanted 140 something points, which meant that I had to, like, for me who was doing access, I had to get a lot of distinctions and a lot of merits, but no pass. And I did not get even 1 pass. I worked really hard. So once you've gotten in, you know what the requirements are. You've applied, you've interviewed. The next thing left is to make sure you pass, and make sure you pass your A-levels. Make sure you get distinction and merit for your access, or whatever it is that you're studying to get you into university. It is time to study and make sure you pass. Because trust me, someone like me, I was competing with young students. OT is very competitive. I was competing with young students who were just fresh out of A-levels, their brains still working, you know. So I had to make sure I passed. I mean, I get distinction and merit, which I did, thank God. And then okay, before the results of your A-levels or whatever come in, you would have gotten what's called an unconditional offer. The unconditional offer is after your interview. The unconditional offer does not guarantee you a place. It just lets you know that you may get in, subject to the grades that you get. So once the results have all come in, they go to you, the UCAS first, and then the university know, and then they send you another letter or an email to tell you that your offer has now changed to conditional, meaning that you're in. And your girl right here, I got accepted in all 5. I applied for 6, but I only got 5 because King's College didn't get my application form, which was fine. And now it was decision making. Where do I want to go? I had always wanted to go to Brunel. Brunel was the one that I knew I was going to get into if I didn't get into King's, and voila, I made it to Brunel. And that's my journey, guys. that's my journey. One thing I would say is, no matter what, do not give up. I am a mature student. I'm a mom of 3. Okay, I'm a mom of 3, and I made that decision that I'm gonna get into uni and I'm gonna study hard for myself and my children, and I did it. So do not despair because you have kids, or feel like, oh my god, I'm a mom, how am I going to do it? Listen, you can go back to education anytime. That's the advantage of being here, advantage of being in the Western world. You can go to university at 50, you can go to university at 60, you can go to university at any time you feel like it. You just have to make that decision for yourself. So guys, I've come to the end of my video. Please do let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I will put out content mostly based on my university journey. Well, you know, a little bit of enjoyment here and there as well with my friends, my family and all that good stuff. So if you do like this kind of content, please do not forget to subscribe, like and share. And yes, as I said, once again, if you do have any questions, let me know in the comment section. If I've missed out anything, I'll gladly answer it in the comment section because I'm pretty sure I have. Until next time guys, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.